welcome you all at our channel Brain Excellence Academy, and our today's topic we are going to start the business study. Business study, actually students, half yearly exams are coming, so I just want to make you the quick revision of the business study so you don't face any kind of the problem in that. And in case if you face any kind of problem in any kind of the section of the business study, then you can comment on the below section also. So let's start our today's topic. So our first unit is the nature and significance of the management. Now students, the first topic in this chapter comes, what is management? Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment. एक ऐसा environment design करना in which individuals working together in the group efficiently accomplish the selected aim. Means किसी aim को अचीव करने के लिए जब सब लोग मिलकर काम करें, ऐसा इन्वायरमेंट क्रिएट कौन करता है? मैनेजमेंट. नाउ दिस इज द डेफिनेशन व्हिच इज गिवन बाय द हैरोल्ड कुंटज. बट as we talk about the concept of the management, what is the management concerned? Like in the layman language, if we say what is management, we say management is that inevitable part of the organization without which organization can't exist. Suppose like a blood in a human body, we can say in the same way, without management there is no organization. Now if we talk about the concept of the management, the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving things effectively and efficiently. Now जब हम कोई भी ऐसा प्रोसेस जिसमें हम काम करवाते हैं लोगों से, ठीक है, काम करवाते हैं अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अचीव करने के लिए. नाउ हियर द टू टर्म्स आर यूज्ड, effectively and efficiently. Now we will discuss these two terms in the broad way. Students, effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness is concerned about completing the task in right way. किसी भी काम को ठीक ढंग से कंप्लीट कर देना. Just like suppose a worker was given production of the 50 units to be manufactured. Mr. X को काम दिया गया कि 50 यूनिट मैन्युफैक्चर करनी है 2 hours में. Then he had just made the 50 units in 2 hours. That is the effectiveness. Now if we talk about the efficiency is about completing the task in the right way, but by minimizing the cost. अब कॉस्ट मिनिमाइज कैसे कर सकते हैं? सपोज इस वर्कर ने यूनिट्स तो पूरी मैन्युफैक्चर कर दी, लेकिन वेस्टेज बहुत ज्यादा कर दी. ठीक है, प्रोडक्शन कंप्लीट किया 50 यूनिट्स का 2 hours में, लेकिन वेस्टेज बहुत ज्यादा थी. लेकिन एफिशिएंट वर्कर जो होगा, he will reduce the wastage of the resources and will complete the task in the given time or even less than the time, less than or just up to, but by saving the cost. So the every effective person is not efficient, but every efficient person is effective also. So now our next topic, we will discuss about the characteristics of the management. Now characteristics of the management. If we talk about the characteristics of the management, our first characteristic is it's a goal-oriented process. What do we understand by the goal-oriented process? Means for the every kind of the management, every kind of the management, a clear and stated goal must be there for performing the functions of the management. किसी भी मैनेजमेंट को वर्क करने के लिए सबसे पहले एक क्लियर स्टेटेड एम होना चाहिए, गोल होना चाहिए, तभी हम किसी काम को अच्छे से कंप्लीट कर पाएंगे. जब तक गोल नहीं दिया जाएगा, देन द मैनेजमेंट, देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट. देन मैनेजमेंट इज ऑल परवेसिव. All pervasive. Pervasive means it is applicable not only in the field of the business. It is applicable. Management is required in all kind of the field, whether it's a social work, whether it's a economic related work, whether it's a political. It's any kind of the work, even in your games, study. हर फील्ड में, इवन एट द होम, द मैनेजमेंट इज द मैंडेटरी एंड द अनअवॉइडेबल पार्ट. मीन्स वी आर सपोज टू मैनेज in the every type of the work. Now, the third characteristic we come at the management is multidimensional. Management is multidimensional. If we say multidimensional means काफी डायमेंशंस है इसके. अब कौन कौन से डायमेंशंस है? मेनली वी डील विद द मैनेजमेंट ऑफ द वर्क, management of the people, and the third one, management of the operations. When we talk about the management of the work, we are concerned about the main activity of the business. Organization का जो main काम है, we are connected about the management of the work. How the activities are to be carried out, how we will carry on our operations of the business activities, how the production will be carried out. This type of the questions is answered by the management of the work. Now, management of the people. The work is done by whom? What kind of the duties and responsibilities will be given to the people? Means we are talking about the people means the employees and the staff of the organization. Operations. This is the connectivity of the both. Means what kind of the work is assigned to what kind of the persons who will work after what, and these kind of the questions like the combination of the both work and people, it is solved by the management of the operations. Now the next characteristic is management is dynamic. If we talk about the word dynamic, means it change time to time. We are supposed to make the changes. It is not a certain, means it's not rigid. एक बार बना दिया तो बना दिया, ऐसा नहीं है. It's a flexible, not rigid, it's flexible. Now, next one is it's a continuous process. Management is continuous process. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्टार्ट किया और आज हमने मैनेजमेंट को फॉलो कर लिया और कल जरूरत नहीं है. सो ऐसा नहीं है. मैनेजमेंट इज द कॉन्टिन्यूस प्रोसेस. इट इज नीडेड एट द ईच एंड एवरी step, every phase in the organization. Now students, let's discuss the next topic. So our next topic is nature of the management. Nature of management. Whenever we heard about the nature of the management, three dimensions used to come in our mind. They are management as an art, management as science, and management as profession. Actually, these three dimensions will answer whether the management is an art, science or profession. क्या है इनमें से management? Now, we will study the features of these parts one by one and then we will compare them whether management is an art or science or profession, what it is. So let's discuss about the management as an art. So the features of the art. Art. What is an art? Art is the skillful. Art is the skillful and the personalized application. Personalized application of the any kind of the knowledge. You know, knowledge is with every person, but how they used to apply, that depends on the quality or the creativity of that person. So as we talk about the features of the art, the first feature is it is based on the theoretical knowledge. So इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज. मैनेजमेंट में क्या, जब हम बिजनेस स्टडीज पढ़ते हैं, मैनेजमेंट के बारे में पढ़ते हैं, सो क्या उसमें थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज नहीं होती? होती है, डेफिनेटली. सो मैनेजमेंट इज ऑल्सो अ art as per this feature. Now we will just carry on the next feature. Next feature of the art is it is based on personal experience and observation. It says the management principles. Here, when we talk about the art, that means whenever an art is generated, means we can say any kind of the art is the result of the personal experience of a person. In the same way, management principles are given on the basis of the personal experience of those managers, those industrialists who have worked there, and as per their work experience they have derived some principles. So yes, this feature also match. Now, so on these two bases we can say yes, management is an art. Now if we talk about the management as science, we will discuss now the features of the science. Now students, I want to discuss what is science. Science is the systematic body of knowledge which reveal the truth. हमेशा साइंस में जो जैसे हम न्यूटन्स लॉ पढ़ते हैं, दे आर द फंडामेंटल ट्रूथ्स, राइट? नाउ फीचर्स ऑफ द साइंस, it's a systematic body of knowledge. In the same way, management is also a systematic body of knowledge, means there is the existence of the theoretical knowledge which we use to study. So yes, as per this feature, management is a science. Now, based on the experimentations, scientific principles are based on the experiments. These are the laboratory tested or any kind of they are just based on the experimentation. In the same way, we discussed that the management is also based on the personal experience and the experiments also. So this one we also can consider, yes, as per this, management is a science. But the last one is the features of the science, that means the science reveal the truth, means the principles of the science are universally applicable. So universal applicability. These are universal applicable because these are the fundamental truths. But the management principles, we are supposed to change the management principles as per the situation and in a different kind of the variety, in the different kind of the extent, means in different extent we are going to use the management principles. सपोज एक बहुत ही छोटा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वहां पर बहुत हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल्स की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, सो वी जस्ट चेंज द रूल्स एज पर अवर कन्वीनियंस. सो मैनेजमेंट प्रिंसिपल्स आर नॉट यूनिवर्सली एप्लीकेबल. They can apply in the one situation, but in the other situation they may not apply. So they are not applicable. So for this one, we also use a one term. Management is a science, but not a pure science. Just because of this principle, the management is not a pure science. Now, our next topic of this one is the features of the profession versus the features of the management. Whether management is a profession or not. So features of the profession. In this its context, we will talk about the features of the management also. Whether the management has such kind of the features or not. Now the first feature of the profession. We talk about the profession first. What is a profession? Profession is a economic activity. It's an economic activity in which just because of the specialized knowledge or gained skills, a person used to earn the fees. Means like the specialized knowledge, डॉक्टर के पास एक specific knowledge होती है, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट के पास एक specific knowledge होती है. On that basis, they used to provide the services and earn the fees from their clients. So that is a profession. Now the first feature of the profession is well-defined body of knowledge. एक specific knowledge रिक्वायर्ड होती है. कोई डॉक्टर रिटर्न फाइल नहीं कर सकता, कोई रिटर्न फाइल करने वाला कोई डॉक्टर के द्वारा प्रिस्क्राइब मेडिसिन नहीं दे सकता. सो एक परफेक्ट नॉलेज गेन करनी पड़ती है किसी भी प्रोफेशन को ज्वाइन करने के लिए. नाउ वेल डिफाइंड बॉडी नॉलेज. इन द सेम वे we also study the management as a discipline in you the guys are the commerce students. Now in the average phase, like in the graduation, post graduation, means as per your options you will study the management as a discipline. So we study the management as a discipline. So this feature is relatively applicable. Then next is restricted entry. हर कोई प्रोफेशन में एंटर नहीं कर सकता. Every person whoever wants to enter into a profession, they are supposed to qualify the entrance exam or for being a doctor, MBBS degree is mandatory, right? For being a CA, chartered accountant degree from the ICAI, it's mandatory. Okay, so it is a restricted entry. Every person can't be a professional. So, but in the management, for being a manager, there is no such restriction. Just on the basis of the experience of a person can be a manager, can handle the management. So, no such restriction. Now, next is professional association. Yes, the profession has the professional associations like the Bar Council of India for the lawyers, and which used to provide the authority to the students to act as a lawyer after clearing the exams. So in the same way, the ICI used to provide the degree to the CA students after qualification of the exams. So professional associations are available like the ICAI, Bar Council, but for the management also, actually earlier it was not there, but now AIME, All India Management Association is there, which provide a degree for the management, but it is not specific. Means every person is not supposed to take the degree from this institute. So the last feature, not the last feature, it's a code of conduct. Students, the features, as we profession has a specific code of conduct, like the lawyers are supposed to wear the black coat, and the chartered accountant persons also, they have the specific, like they must be well dressed up, and like the doctor always used to wear the white coat. So that is the code of conduct, how the professionals are supposed to behave in the front of their clients, in the front of the other persons. So they have the specific code of conduct. They can't betray their professional ethics. So that is the code of conduct. But in the management, no specific code of conduct is there. The last is service motive. The motive क्या होता है एक प्रोफेशन का? To provide the service. They work for the service motive, but the managers, they work for someone work for their salary, someone work for their profit, some for the different kind of the motives are there. So service motive is the secondary for the managers. So students, now our next topic is the levels of management. Levels of management. सबसे पहले लोअर लेवल पे लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट, एंड वी ऑल्सो से इट एज द ऑपरेशनल, जहां पर मेन काम होता है आपका ऑपरेशनल मैनेजमेंट. नाउ अपर देन दिस वन मिडिल लेवल, देन टॉप लेवल. अब टॉप लेवल पे, टॉप लेवल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट पे कौन कौन पर्सन आते हैं? सीईओ, प्रेसिडेंट, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, director and we can say the main important persons like the shareholders and board of directors. Okay, so these are the top level persons. Now students, we will discuss them one by one, like what are the functions of the top level management. अब ये इतने हाईली क्वालिफाइड, हाईली एक्सपीरियंस्ड पर्सन्स, इनके फंक्शंस क्या होंगे? इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द फंक्शंस, द मेन फर्स्ट फंक्शन इज टू फॉर्मुलेट द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. सबसे पहले ऑब्जेक्टिव फॉर्मुलेट करने का काम किसका होता है? टॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट का. जब तक कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं मिलेगा, कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसे वर्क करेगा? सो द फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्टिव वर्क लाइज विद द टॉप लेवल. देन टू फॉर्मुलेट द पॉलिसीज, टू फॉर्मुलेट पॉलिसीज एंड प्रोसीजर्स. स्टूडेंट्स, अगर बात करें हम पॉलिसीज एंड प्रोसीजर्स की, नाउ हाउ दीज ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आर टू बी अचीव्ड, एंड while achieving these objectives, what kind of the policies and procedures we are supposed to follow, that one is told by the top level management. Now the next one is it policies and procedure. Now next one is to formulate the strategy. Strategy for the growth. कैसे हमें अपने बिजनेस की ग्रोथ को बढ़ाना है आगे, ठीक है, उसके लिए स्ट्रेटेजी इज जस्ट लाइक जो भी हम कंपटीटर्स को ध्यान में रख के, ठीक है, जो भी प्लान प्रिपेयर करते हैं, दैट इज अ स्ट्रेटेजी. नाउ दीज आर द मेन फंक्शंस ऑफ द टॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट. नाउ द मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट पे आते हैं. मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट मेन रोल प्ले करता है मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट। मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट में कौन कौन से पर्सन आते हैं हमारे पास? डिविजनल हेड्स, डिविजनल head, managers of the different kind of the department, like the production department managers, sales department managers. These work at the middle level. Now, the main function of the middle level managers is to work as a link between the top level and lower level. Means whatever the instructions they get from the top level, they are passed on to the lower level management by the middle level. So we can say interpretation of policies and method. जो भी पॉलिसीज टॉप लेवल बनाता है, देन दे आर कम्युनिकेटेड बाय द मिडिल लेवल टू द ऑपरेशनल और द लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट. उनको इंटरप्रेट करता है मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट को. देन आफ्टर दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सेटअप. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सेटअप is also set up by the middle level. Now organizational setup पर किस बारे में बात की जा रही है? It talk about the different kind of the departments or the arrangement of the organization, like how the work will be performed now. So the whole organization hierarchy of the management, hierarchy of the duties and responsibilities, that is all duties and responsibility, it is done by the middle level. Then it communicate to the lower level management, communicate to the lower level management and motivate them to achieve the desired results. Now the last one is the operational or the lower level management. लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट पे स्टूडेंट्स कौन काम करते हैं? जो कि मेनली सबसे नीचे कौन? वर्कर्स. जो वर्कर्स से डील करते हैं, कौन डील करते हैं? सुपरवाइजर एंड फोरमैन. सुपरवाइजर एंड फोरमैन. अब सुपरवाइजर फोरमैन डायरेक्ट किससे कनेक्टेड है? वर्कर से रिलेटेड है. सो वो किसका ध्यान रखेंगे? मेनली वर्कर का ध्यान रखेंगे. सो द फर्स्ट फंक्शन ऑफ द लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट इज टू सेफगार्ड द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ वर्कर्स. टू सेफगार्ड द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ वर्कर्स. टू प्रोवाइड देम द प्रॉपर वर्किंग कंडीशंस. अब इनका ध्यान रख रहे हैं तो इनको काम भी कौन देगा? सुपरवाइजर से देंगे. सो जो काम मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट ने असाइन किया है ऑपरेशनल लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट को, दैट वर्क इज असाइन्ड बाय द लोअर लेवल टू वर्कर्स. नाउ द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. सो द मेन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन of the work is done by the work or the policies is done by the lower level management. Now also serve as a link between the workers and middle level management. So serve link. अब ये link कैसे work करेगा? Serve the link between the lower and middle. Suppose the workers has any kind of the suggestions or the problems, they will flow upward to the lower level management, and the lower level management would communicate these to the middle level management. In the same way, any kind of the orders, they will flow in this direction. means the middle level management will give the order to the lower level, and the lower level will pass on that orders to the workers. So this kind of the process used to be followed in these three levels. Now students, our last topic of this one is the coordination. कोऑर्डिनेशन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. टॉपिक इज कोऑर्डिनेशन. व्हाट इज कोऑर्डिनेशन? कोऑर्डिनेशन इज एक तरीके से अगर हम लेमैन लैंग्वेज में बात करें कि किसी भी चीज में तालमेल बिठाना. ठीक है. अब एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जब तक कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं होगा, means in the it's required in the every field, everywhere coordination is required for accomplishing any kind of the task. But here we are talking in the context of the organization. So coordination just like a thread in a garland, in the same way the coordination works as the essence of management. कैसे? प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट, सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट, मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट, different kind of departments used to be there in an organization. अब प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट को कितना प्रोड्यूस करना है, सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट को सेल किस अकॉर्डिंग करना है, क्या सेलिंग प्राइस होना चाहिए, मार्केटिंग में क्या उनके यूएसपीज हो सकते हैं ताकि वो अपने प्रोडक्ट को सेल कर पाए. सो अब जब इन्हें पता ही नहीं होगा एक दूसरे के बारे में, देन प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट अपनी मर्जी से कुछ भी मैन्युफैक्चर किए जा रहा है विदाउट कंसल्टिंग विद द मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट. अब मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट को पता है कि मार्केट में डिमांड किस चीज की है, सो दैट विल बी कन्वेड by the marketing department to the production department. Means हर एक फंक्शन, हर एक डिपार्टमेंट एक दूसरे के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. कोई भी अपने आप में इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं. कैसे? मीन्स डिपेंडेंट का मतलब यहां पर यह है कि देयर मस्ट बी अ कोऑर्डिनेशन टू परफॉर्म दैम वेरी इफेक्टिवली एंड एफिशिएंटली. किसी भी उसको एफिशिएंटली वर्क करने के लिए कोऑर्डिनेशन होना बहुत जरूरी है. नाउ एज वी टॉक अबाउट द नेचर ऑफ द कोऑर्डिनेशन, नेचर ऑफ द कोऑर्डिनेशन, दैट इज द नेचर ऑफ द कोऑर्डिनेशन. इट्स अ कॉन्टिन्यूअस प्रोसेस, कॉन्टिन्यूअस प्रोसेस. कोऑर्डिनेशन ऐसा नहीं है कि एक बार आपने अप्लाई किया दोबारा डिपार्टमेंट्स में कोऑर्डिनेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं है. ठीक है. सो कोऑर्डिनेशन इज कॉन्टिन्यूअस इवन इन द बिटवीन द सबऑर्डिनेट एंड सुपीरियर, वन डिपार्टमेंट टू अनदर डिपार्टमेंट, टॉप लेवल टू लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट. परफेक्ट कोऑर्डिनेशन मस्ट बी देयर. देन इट्स अ कॉन्टिन्यूअस प्रोसेस. इट्स ऑल परवेसिव, मीन्स एप्लीकेबल इन ईच एंड एवरी field. Then we talk about it create the unity in action. सब जो मिलकर काम करते हैं वो एक डायरेक्शन में. The group efforts are in the focus of achieving the one objective. Means सबके डिपार्टमेंटल ऑब्जेक्टिव अलग हो सकते हैं, but they all will be summed up into the one objective, that is the unity in action. Now effort towards the direct the efforts toward group goal. Group goal, इंडिविजुअल गोल्स को मिला के फोकस कहां पर है? ग्रुप गोल पे. मीन्स कोऑर्डिनेशन इफेक्टिवली. सपोज अगर हम बात करें किसी भी गेम की, क्रिकेट, फुटबॉल, टेनिस, अगर एक सिंगल पर्सन टीम को साथ लेकर चल रहा है तो उसका मेन मोटिव क्या है कि एक दूसरे से तालमेल बनाकर चलना वहां पर, तभी वो अपनी टीम को आगे ले जा सकते हैं, तभी वो सक्सेसफुल हो सकते हैं, तभी वो जीत सकते हैं. ठीक है. So coordination is very very important. That is the important. It's the essence of the management. So guys, thank you so much, and please like and subscribe our channel if you feel that it's a very relevant topic for you. And please subscribe it for the more upcoming videos. I will come up with the more sessions of the other chapters also for the year, so you can prepare better for the half yearly exam. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.